Well, good Monday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome you to my home in the sticks. I hope everybody's having a show enough good Monday and a good start to a new week. But I'm here to tell you in East Central Mississippi, 75, 76 degrees outside, loving it. Before I get started on this video, I always like to mention that if you are new to the channel, we want to welcome you. And if you're returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over her, and it's a bunch this week, I thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is, we're going to talk about that right there. Give me a second. That's what we fixing to do's. Look at her. All right, that thing on the back of the tractor, Lord of mercy. Skyla and I have made another huge investment, huge to us investment over here for the home place / homestead. And we invested in a Tarter 5-foot rotary tiller. And I am here to tell you, it works magic. What we're planning on doing is, last year, we were just like trying to find purple hull peas. We didn't grow any last year. We know a few folks that grew them, but the people that were growing them were keeping them. They really wasn't selling them or anything like that. Luckily, Skyla's uncle allowed us to go into his pea patch, and we got probably 11 or so bushels of peas that we could put up. Skyla and I said, this year, we're gonna plant our own peas. What you see over there is about 300 foot by maybe 40 foot of terrace that I cut up. Probably about 60, 70 years ago, that terrace right there was actually a community plot, because everybody in this community is related, and they actually grew on that terrace. We actually talked to Skyla's grandmother, and she was like, we planted corn, peas, bud beans, all kind of stuff on that terrace over there. And I, about 10 years ago, I actually had a garden on that terrace, and it did quite well. But the only thing we're gonna put over there is purple hull peas and some bud beans. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna jump on this tractor. I'm gonna show you how this thing works and what it'll do, and then we'll bump some gums after that. I'm here to tell you that rotary tiller sure enough does a job, and we are down probably a good 3 or 4 inches into the soil, and it's turning it up quite nicely. Now what I'm going to say is, I've already worked this terrace already, so the ground was pretty easy to break up, and the tiller did a fine job of turning up this soil so we can get our peas planted. So we're looking at roughly 300 feet to work with. So this is gonna be a really nice area to plant some peas, and we wanna plant a lot of peas if we can. We're thinking 3 rows of some purple hull peas and maybe 2 rows of some butter beans, the bush type butter beans. All right, Dan, where did you get the rotary tiller from? Unfortunately, I got it from Tractor Supply. I'm a big fan of Tarter equipment. I've owned some Tarter equipment in the past, but I'm a really big fan of King Cutter. And if it wouldn't have been the fact that my local cooperative didn't have a 5-foot King Cutter rotary tiller, I'd have bought it. And this is just merely my opinion, and just my opinion, is Tractor Supply here in Neshoba County, not really too happy with that store. It's sad because I've been to other tractor supplies in other states and other counties in Mississippi, and it's just a pleasure to shop there. Okay, Dan, what kind of tractor are you using? I'm using a 27 horse diesel L2500 Kubota tractor, 4-wheel drive. Pulls it quite nicely, and I haven't had any problems with it thus far. And this isn't going to be any type of review or anything like that. We purchased this probably about maybe a week ago, and I got it hooked up. It's working real well with the Ranch X quick hitch, and it's working really well with this tractor. If you are thinking about getting a rotary tiller, especially a Tarter Rotary tiller from Tractor Supply or some other box store, read the comments really good that people leave on their experiences on buying that tiller from wherever. The biggest complaint that I've read, and I read probably a couple of thousand comments about this tiller that was bought from Tractor Supply, is missing parts. And I can confirm that. This rotary tiller, when I got it home, it was missing the PTO guard, missing several of the bolts and lock washers, but that's okay. I had a bunch of that on hand, no big deal. But what I'm saying is, read the comments or make your own mind up on where you want to purchase a rotary tiller if that's what you so choose to do. The price point on this tiller, rather expensive. We actually caught this tiller on sale at Tractor Supply for $1,700. It was regularly about $2,000. So we caught it on sale. And again, I'm not, I don't want to seem like I'm bashing Tractor Supply, because I'm not. The only thing I could comment on is my experiences at my local Tractor Supply. The one problem that I have over here is this terrace is sloped. So that tiller doesn't sit on the ground even, it's actually cocked. So you may see, I don't know if you can see it, but you may see some high spots of dirt that are up curving. That's because this terrace is set on an angle. But it still works really well. I'm not really worried about that. I'm running that tiller in about low 3. That's a 9-speed tractor, so I normally run it in low 3, and it churns it up really good. It'll actually turn that soil into powder depending on how many times you run over it. But I'm thinking maybe this week or towards the weekend, Skyla and I are going to start rowing out our purple hull peas and our bud beans. So I'm going to bring y'all along for that. We bought a neat little piece of equipment that we're going to use to put out the seeds. We're going to show you that too. And we're also thinking on how we intend on fertilizing these peas. We're working on that. I'm thinking we're going to side dress the rows with some triple 13. We'll just have to see how that goes. But that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. A pretty big investment that Skyla and I made for the homestead / home place. We want more peas. So sure enough, this is the way to get it, using that fella right there. Thus far, I couldn't be more happy with it. It just works like a charm. Back in the day, I actually cut half of that up with a push behind tiller, like a Mary tiller. And I'm here to tell you, it was something else. Gardening was showing off a chore about 10 years ago. It ain't a chore at that no more. So again, I hope everybody's having a showing off good Monday, and I hope everyone is being safe amid our crisis. If you like this video, go on and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over here and give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff like tilling up some ground for purple hull peas. With that being said, you know it's coming. Dan reference showing off, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You get your shine on, it's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.